You ain't trying to get interviewed. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, man, hold on. Yo. Alright, let's get started. Welcome to episode 50. Damn, I've done 50 of these. Chop 15 with Jay Walker. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. I'm gonna jump right into it because my guest just joined. I met this brother when I was working at the Academy of Art in San Francisco as a music lab tech. And quite honestly, he was probably the dopest dude I heard in there. There were two dudes, and this guy was the shit. Little did I know that he was going to leave there and then go on to start working with like a who's who in hip hop and R&B. But it's my brother Nabeyin, so let me go ahead and bring him in.
Yo, what's the deal?
Oh, what's good, bro? How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for making the time today, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. You know I had to come through one time for the one time, see what's good.
Man, so how you been?
Man, I've been cool, man. I've just been really, really busy now. Like I just moved to LA, so it's like I mean, even though COVID like ruined a lot of stuff, like I'm still getting into some sessions. Just not as much as I should, but I'm staying busy as much as I can.
hmm So is it normal out there in the recording world? Is it still like sessions like normal shit going on, or like fools kind of playing it a little more chill?
It's kind of normal, but not really. Like I know like at Westlake Studios, like they're running stuff a lot differently now. They're only allowing a certain amount of people into the room.
Okay.
They got the little temperature thing before you walk in. You know, it's like
Oh, word.
everybody's playing it real safe, real precautious.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, so you just moved to LA, huh? I know you were out in the IE, right?
Yeah, I've been in the IE the whole time. Ever since I graduated from Academy, I just moved back to the IE.
And I know that was probably I've been following you since then, so I've seen your stories. Like, man, do I feel like going to LA right now? I think I'm just gonna stay in the
Man,
studio. Like,
man, it was hell,
cause I
man.
know that drive. I lived in LA for a minute. I know that drive. That drive is
Oh
no
yeah.
joke.
That drive, yeah. And I was doing that drive like every week, literally every week.
Man. So I know you being a producer, so your life really hasn't changed pretty much. You're a lab rat anyway, so you in the studio most of the time,
Right.
regardless, right? So your work hasn't really changed as much as say other people's would.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like it's a good time for musicians right now because we're not the ones going out of business. We might
No,
not
it's true.
be getting,
It's true.
yeah, we might not be getting paid as much just because everybody's albums are getting pushed back or like labels are cutting back on the budget because, you know, artists can't really tour and make money off of their stuff right now. So I've heard some situations where like some of the homies are getting, you know, their advances cut on some of these placements.
Ooh, damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough right there. How's the family been during this whole pandemic situation? Everybody straight on your end? Friends, fam?
Oh yeah, everybody's cool. It's my my family is like the most paranoid because they all work in like the nursing field, and my sister
Okay.
just had a newborn baby, so like the whole crib
Okay.
was like on lockdown for like the first 2, 3 months. Like nobody was coming in the house.
Uh,
My bad. Yeah, I
it's all
just got
good.
a call. Yeah, but Yeah, everybody's been straight. How's everybody on your end?
Good, good. My immediate, me and my wife are cool, but my dad did end up getting COVID. He works at San Quentin, so he ended up getting it from inmates,
Shit.
and he fought it off. My stepmom had it, my brother had it. You know what I'm saying? So it went around their side. I'm in Reno, they're in Vallejo, so they dealt with it there. But I've had some people close get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
scary, man.
Nah, I
Because
definitely get
really,
that.
you really don't know shit. That's the problem. You still don't know shit. They don't know shit. So it's like you don't really know what to do. Am I being too safe? I'd rather be too safe than not safe. So
These are facts. Yeah, I
you
have
know,
I have a couple homies that they caught it, and it was like majority of them all caught it around December, which is crazy
so
to
they
me.
got it early before fools even knew what it was and shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, damn man, that's crazy. Um, what are your thoughts on everything else that's been going on this year? Because 2020's been a strange, crazy ass year. Besides, besides dealing with COVID, we dealing with police brutality. We got the Black Lives Matter movement, and then this crazy election about to happen. Like, what are your thoughts on those
Man,
situations, if
a
any?
lot of a lot of this shit is wild, man. It's like it's been so much shit happening, but I honestly don't even know how to feel about it because it's like it damn near it's crazy how like they were trying to have us on lockdown and shit, and then like when uh when like the riots and stuff started happening, it's like COVID just disappeared into like thin air for like
Right.
a period of time. But then I remember seeing reports like 2 days into like everybody protesting saying that oh yeah, the COVID numbers have skyrocketed. And I'm like, listen, nobody has gone to get tested during this time. Like nobody's even worried about getting tested right now. Like we in the streets rioting and protesting and stuff like that. When would thousands of people have time to actually go and do that? Like that wasn't on anybody's mind. And so I just feel like they've been, BSing on a lot of the numbers and stuff like that. And it's like this COVID stuff is just covering up a whole bunch of other shit that's going on. Like I've been
Right.
reading up on damn, I don't know the guys all right, so these two people have like similar names. It's like Weinstein and Epstein or something like that.
Yeah.
Harvey,
Yeah.
yeah. And like I was seeing all that shit about how like they're over here trafficking kids and stuff, and then like they pulled
Right.
up like the receipts of people that were going on this plane to the private island to where all these kids were,
Hmm.
and like Ellen DeGeneres name popped up, and like a bunch of other people's names popped up, and I'm just like, yo, they're like making COVID like the face of everyday news so that they could like sort of just. I'm not gonna say they're gonna so they could put like brush us away, but they don't want to bring attention to it. You feel me?
Right. A lot of stuff has slipped through the cracks because we're dealing with COVID. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind
Exactly.
of shit they do. It's always been diversion tactics. There's something going on, then while you're looking at this, they running behind your back doing some other shit.
Exactly.
It's just
Yeah,
crazy, man.
it's been wild, and I'm not fucking with it. But said I guess it is what it is. It's America.
It's America for sure. Man. So let's get into some music, man. Get into your background a little bit. When did you start producing? Or when did you start making music? Because I know you're not just a producer, you're a musician. So
Yeah. I so my brother taught me how to make beats when I was like 11 years old, but I didn't really
mhm.
actually like start taking it serious until I was like 16. And so I'm gonna say I actually started producing like in 2007.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a it's been a minute, dude. So you said
Yeah.
your brother's the reason that got you into it?
Yeah. So he was like a really well-known rapper in Ghana back in like
Okay.
the late 90s, early 2000s. Him and his boy, they had a group called KGPM. And I remember he finally moved to America in like 2001, and he didn't have
Hmm.
his producer with him, so he was trying to learn how to make beats on his own. And he had a Dr. Rhythm Bose drum machine, and so that's what like
Right.
he taught me how to like use. But like even before then, Like we always used to have like keyboards around the house, and like I would like mess around on it, like try to make little drum loops and stuff, little stuff
Hmm.
like that. And yeah, once I learned that, it was just like a whole new world that opened up for making beats.
Word, word. Okay, so then you go through school. You were also an athlete. You ran track.
Yes, sir. So
I ran track in high school and a year in college as well. And you triple jump too, right?
yeah, jump squad all day.
Word, that's what's up, man. I tripled in high school. That's what's up, man. I know you jump way farther than me if you was at AAU.
Yeah, yeah.
Where'd you end up at?
Huh?
What was your PR?
On my PR. Honestly, it was only like 52 feet 4 inches, and that was like the year before I got to academy. Literally, when I was at academy, I was like on track to jump 55 feet, and I was supposed to jump that at the national meet,
Mm,
and everything was like right where it was, right where it should have been. But I remember we had this doctor named Dr. G, and he likes to work on a lot of Olympic athletes and stuff like that. So my whole thing that stopped me from jumping further was the fact that like my hips were always tight, and so he worked on me the whole week, had my hips loose through all these different types of stretches and stuff, and yeah, and I was feeling like my body felt completely like new the day of nationals, and I didn't know how to control my body like throughout my jumps. But the person
mm,
that won, it was a homie Carlton. He ended up jumping 52 feet. My last phase was 2, 3 feet in front of his, but I just couldn't complete the jump because I was just too out of
right.
control. So all I had to do was just get that jump under control, and I would have had the mark I needed. But I ended up tearing my meniscus at that same meet. So
Ooh,
yeah,
damn. So why did you end up at AAU running track? They gave you a scholarship, right?
yeah. So I had got
Okay.
injured my freshman year at Northern Arizona University. So I still had a year of
Mm,
eligibility left. So after I graduated NAU, I went to Academy for my master's in music production, and I still had a year of track left over. And so that
okay, why
basically
not?
helped pay for some of it.
That's cool. That's cool,
Yeah.
man. So did you like the AAU experience?
No. It's not.
I was gonna let you say
Nah.
it.
Definitely. I feel like, man, if there was ever a time for me to realize that college was a scam, it was definitely at AAU. But yeah,
Right,
I feel like
right.
I don't know, just because I used to think that NAU was such a trash school, but then it's like I went to academy and I was so much more grateful because it wasn't the college experience. It's like damn, like
It was kind of different.
yeah, it's like
Looking at it as working there and watching the students, it was a lot. It was different. It was different.
yeah, and like it's like at first it was a cool idea, like oh we got different buildings and classes like all throughout the city. So it's like you sort of like get to travel around the city, on your way to class. But then it's like there's no campus, there's no like central place where everybody meets up. Like the closest thing
Hmm.
to that would be like what 620 Sutter, I guess.
Yeah,
But you know the basketball games weren't it. No football team, no nothing really. So like as far as like the college experience, like I definitely was not the place to be.
yeah.
But
Now,
that it was
music wise,
mhm.
learning wise, how was it for you?
It was cool.
Like
Like
what you were doing? Because I mean, you guys were learning composing and shit like that, which is big. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, it was definitely like I already knew what I wanted to do. All my professors already knew what I wanted to do. So it was just a matter of me applying what I learned to what I do. And like
hmm,
I feel like, learning music theory has definitely gave me like the edge up on a lot of producers out here because it's like a lot of them don't know music theory and a lot of them don't know how to play keys, and that's like what I've really been noticing because that's how I've been getting into all these sessions because I can play
you know,
keys, and I don't even think
mhm.
I'm like the greatest at playing keys, you feel me, but I'm good
Yeah,
enough. And so yeah, that's definitely worked out to my advantage. That learning Logic, learning Pro Tools, They also taught us like Fmod, how to like implement music into video games and stuff like that. But I honestly haven't really used that ever since like that class. So I it was cool to
You
learn.
got to use what you.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. So you learned. So did you know any theory or any instruments or how to play keys before school? You learned there.
yeah. I
Okay.
learned nothing at all. Like, I mean, well, I didn't know anything at all. Like,
Mm,
I couldn't tell you a quarter note from an eighth note. Like, I just thought they were all the same thing, just looking at them.
right.
So it was definitely a struggle. Like the music, like learning the music theory, and because I was in the master's program, like they were learning at such a fast pace, and like it was just so brand new to me. But like majority of the students in our class come from a background of music because we had a lot of foreign exchange students from China. And
Right.
notice from that is like the way that Americans treat sports, like the way they put their kids in sports, is the same way
Mhm.
that uh that like Asians put their children in music from a young age. Because
Right.
I was taking other classes like people that were doing film and editing and stuff, and they randomly knew how to play like violin, the flute, all types of stuff, and
I
they're not
I noticed that with students there, they were like that.
yeah. And I was like, it was interesting to to know that type of thing for sure.
Man, crazy. So you graduate, you move back to LA, or you move back to move back down to Southern California. How'd you get how'd you get in with what I'm saying with so many people, man? I mean, I know you probably knew some people as well, but what did you do when you got back home? Okay, you got back home, you're like, all right, damn, I'm getting back into it. So like, what was the first move?
Man, so the first thing, like even right before I graduated, one of my closest friends, oh gosh, Leotis, he was managed by this guy named David, and David introduced him to this guy who's basically like our big homie and our mentor. His name is Firstborn. He did the super bass record for Nicki Minaj and like a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
And so I remember like I used to go to like the sessions with him back like before I even graduated academy, but he was always in there making beats. I was just in there like filming everything. So Firstborn already knew me, but David just kept seeing me progress as a producer while I was at academy. And he's like, "Yeah, I want to get you in with Firstborn. I'm gonna set it up." And so I graduate. I get in with Firstborn, and then we just start working together like it was like every Wednesday, like that summer. And then from there on, I ended up just linking with like a few people. Like my friend Chelsea introduced me to this dude named DJ West. And so we ended up working a lot together. And I think that's how the Tink record came about like that year. And then I was also working with my boys Wallace Lane as well. Like the moment I think it was after the Tink record came out, they hit me up like, "Yo, like
Mhm.
congrats on the Tink record. Like we gotta on stuff for Logic's album." And within that, that's when we worked on the record that ended up to Drake. And so it was pretty much me just like knowing people and then landing placements and then meeting other people that were just connecting us, and that's usually just how it went.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like the typical how what I'm saying, somebody, but it just takes that one to get you in that spot to where people start seeing you and shit. That's what's dope, man. That's
Exactly.
dope. I was listening to some of your stuff today, man. The production stuff you have out. Not necessarily with artists, but your instrumental stuff. Super dope, man. The last maybe like 2018, 2019, like you had like a bunch of singles. I was checking those out today. Um,
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's been really dope to watch, just to see, just to follow you, man. Because I remember working at the academy. We used to put you guys in those rooms. When y'all want to come work in the studios or whatever. And I just remember walking by your rooms all the time, and it's like you just had shit going. I'm like, who's this dude? This dude got some shit. I'm like, this moment it was
Yeah.
you and the homie Steven, man, Steven
Yeah.
Moore. Y'all
Yeah.
two were the dopest motherfuckers in there, man. Straight up,
Man,
like
Steven's my
you
guy.
always had beats.
Steven's my guy.
You always had beats. I was like, what is he doing? I was like, what is he doing? Like, I was surprised because I didn't know your background. You know what I'm saying? But then to see you leave and then do what you're doing, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why he was dope. Okay, it makes sense.
Right,
So
right,
man, yeah,
right.
it's been definitely good watching your progression, bro. Like, inspiring as fuck too.
Man, I appreciate that. Glad I could always. I'm always glad to be a source to whoever, especially in these
Um,
times, because I know I be needing the
right,
inspiration myself.
right, for sure, man. So, talk a little bit about that Hit Boy Nas record, man. How'd that come about? Yeah, that's a
Man,
big one. I
so
saw you was juiced on that. I'd be juiced if I got Esco too.
man, what? Yeah, man. So I've been wanting to work with Nas since I first started making beats. So this was like a dream come true, damn near. But
Right.
yeah. All right. So I guess I got to start with how I even met Hit Boy. So I had a homie. I have a homie named 93, another super dope producer. That with our other homie, JB, who's Hit Boy's cousin. And so we worked together like a couple times, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, we at Hit Boy house working." So pulled up, and we was just in Hit Boy's back house making beats. And then he was like, "Oh, have you met Hit yet?" And I was like, "Nah, I never met him." And so he introduced us, and he's like,
Probably getting a call.
"Just some time." And I was like, "Oh yeah, say less." And so I didn't end up meeting, or I didn't end up working with Hit Boy until I seen him again. I think last year at Chalice Studios. I was there like the whole week with Wallace Lane for this designer session, and so
Okay.
JB like basically reintroduced us. I worked on like I played keys over one joint, got his contact, and then I was pretty much that. And I was sending him ideas, but nothing came of it. And then I remember he had dropped a project, and then I think like a couple weeks later, I was like, "Yo, you still in your rapper bag?" And he's like, "I'm always in my rapper bag." So I sent him like 7 or 8 joints, and he ended up recording to City on Lock with Dom like the next day, and he sent me the record but it didn't have Nas on it at that time. And
Hmm.
so I think I got hit up by his cousin like a week before it dropped, and he was like, "Yo, congrats on the Nas placement." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, Hit got Nas on the hook for that joint." And I was like, "Man, you lying. Like, quit lying before I actually start crying right now." And he was like, "Nah, man, it's about to be lit." And so I was just like, "That's crazy." And so, but my thing is like, I'm always like very skeptical of
Yeah,
like stuff like that happening, just because it's like anything can change at any moment. Just because I've heard so many stories about like, you know, records getting pulled, the last stuff like that. So I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm gonna just wait for the track listing to come. And then getting hit up like, "Yo, congrats on the Nas placement." And I was like, "Oh shit, it dropped." And so I run over to Instagram, see Hit Boy tag me in it. I was like, "Oh, this is crazy." And then I'll just, put the album on, and I was just listening in awe. I was like, "Yo, this is wild." I actually got Nas on a record. I couldn't even believe it, but yeah, it was a dope experience. But that's how that
That's
happened.
crazy. Isn't Hit producing something for Nas right now, like an album or something?
Yeah, they're doing a whole project together. So I believe that's dropping this Friday. Well, for
Oh
us, they
shit.
at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Damn, that's
that's
crazy.
about to go crazy.
Yeah, man. So shit, what's a typical day like for you, man? Being like a full-time producer, because I know there's a lot of people who do it, but they got other jobs and shit like that. So like, what's your day like? When you get up, bam, what's popping on your day?
Man, I usually wake up, bullshit around a little bit, try to figure out what I'm gonna eat, and I'm just like, well, maybe I should just make some melodies while I try to figure out what I eat, and I just end up making beats for hours, and then I never like really eat until the middle of the day, or like, I'll have like a session like I don't know every like I've been having sessions at 3. for whatever reason. Like I don't know why it's always at that time, but I'll either have them here or we'll be at another studio, and then
Mm.
I'll just be like, I'll just listen to music just to get like different ideas, what I want to do for the day, and yeah, I'll just do that until it's time to slide to the session. But I've
Yeah.
literally like ever since I moved to LA, been in sessions like almost every day, like every single day, trying to work on whatever.
What area are you in?
I'm in South Central right now.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's crazy, bro. What's next for you?
Let's see. I've been working on shit for J Rock. Reasons project should be done by now. I don't know when it's
Who you gonna be
dropping,
on
but
that? You gonna be
he's
on
gonna
Reason?
drop it soon. I don't know when.
Oh man, that's my nigga right there. He's hard.
Yeah, Reasons dope.
I'm just a TDE fan in general, so it could be damn near everybody on TDE I fuck with. So you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's
Yeah.
dope.
I've been working with TDE a lot since last year. Um, once my studio is up, I'm gonna be working on this R&B. I'm gonna just have like my favorite R&B artists come to make a bunch of records. I'm gonna put the project together, but I'm also doing an Inland Empire based project as well. That's gonna come like probably next year, but I'll start working on it soon. I'm literally just waiting for the studio to get it cracking.
You building something at your place, or are you getting something built for you? Like you renting something, or
It's in Pasadena. So we rented out this spot, like we basically remodeled like the whole thing. But one of the rooms
okay,
should be done hopefully by this week. But we still got to build out the podcast room as well as the A room. Like all the
nice.
structure and the framing is done, but we just gotta like do all the rest, put up the walls and stuff.
That's what's up, man. Damn, that's what's up, bro. Oh yeah, there was one thing else I wanted to hit you about. I saw you guys, you and Curtis King and oh gosh, Leotis, you guys have the what is it? What did you guys call it? With the you guys are doing like the sound kits and stuff now.
Oh yeah, slap experts.
Yes, I did. I did download the tomfoolery. That shit is hard, and the one you guys put together, the other free one you guys put together. Fucked with them a little
Yeah,
bit. Kind of nice,
yeah.
bro. Kind of nice. Got some
Thank
melodies in there. I was like, oh, got some Nabeyin melodies.
you.
Uh
Yeah, yeah.
Is
So
it?
pretty much like that whole thing, right now, like that whole industry is booming as far as like the drum kits go and the sample kits. Like everybody, it's like a lot of people are doing it, but
Yeah.
we we're trying. We drop stuff like usually once a month, if not twice. It'll usually be like a free pack followed by like other actual packs. So we like give y'all the sampler and then we drop like the real thing later on. But I literally have enough sample packs to drop every month for the next year. If honestly, if I wanted to, it's a lot because I make so many melodies every day.
Right. When are you gonna drop a melody pack, like a just a Nabeyin melody pack or something?
Shoot, I'm gonna talk to Curtis about it because I could honestly drop. What are we in August? I could honestly
Mm-hmm.
drop something at the end of this month, or I could just drop something. Probably I'll probably shoot for September. I think I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
So yeah, be on the lookout
Nice.
for September.
I'll support
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
got.
let me know, man.
Oh, for sure.
I'll
Appreciate you.
support that. Man. Well, shit, bro. I ain't gonna keep you too much longer, man. I do want to thank you for your time.
Oh
Um,
yeah, thank you for having
it's
me.
for sure, man. It's definitely dope to talk to you and see where you going, your progression and stuff, man. I I congratulate you on all your success. Wish you nothing but. And man, keep pushing, bro. Because you, like I said, you're an inspiration, bro. Like you know, what I'm saying we watching you, dog, and it's dope to follow.
All day, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, not a problem, man. You stay up, okay?
All right, you too, bro. Peace.
All right, bro. Peace. All right, all right. I want to thank Nabien for giving me some time today to chop it up. Hadn't talked to that brother since I left working at the academy, so it's really good to see that he's doing his thing. Um, oh, the pack, go to his page. He's at Nabien. he'll have a link on there or something where you can fuck with it. I'll shoot it to you, Mons. I'll shoot it to you. Um, yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm going to take the next couple days off, and I will be back on Friday with my brother Habib from Beirut Productions. We'll talk some history and talk about the news field, because he is in the news field. So we'll talk about what's it like producing for that kind of content. Man, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay aware. Wear a mask. Be kind to each other. Hopefully your kids are safe going back to school, or in Nevada anyway. And yeah, enough talking. I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.